Hello, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. What is happening is that the Steel Snake is approaching the Platinum Puffin. Because I'm a twit, I didn't put a scientist in this here contraption, which I really should have done. Where's the Puffin? There's the Puffin. Which means I can't take science that I've done off the thing, which is slightly irritating. And there was a couple of science, do science now kind of notifications came up. Which means that I think the Materials Studies Bay, was it the Materials? Yes, Materials Studies Bay has been used, and thus I won't be able to get it on the moon, and it'd be nice to get it on the Mun. It's not the moon, it's the Mun, M-U-N, Mun. It'd be nice to get that science on the Mun, on the surface, because I should be heading to, I'm hoping to be heading towards a biome that I've not been to before. So, I can do science, and while I'm doing hopefully 2 contracts, hopefully I'm finishing up 2 contracts. When that gets done, it's nice to get that and get a bunch of science along the way. Plus, the completist got to get them all kind of mentality. So I really want to do the burn when the Puffin is, pretty much in the middle there, because you can see the distance is counting down, but there'll be a point, and the point is, if I'm pointing retrograde, this is the direction I need to face in order for my rocket to kill my relative velocity to the Platinum Puffin. And so when it's exactly on the midline, that's exactly when we're kind of got as close as possible, and now we're drifting apart. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so I can't do target tracking, sadly, because Jebediah is only a level 2 pilot. He's not a level 3 pilot. It'd be quite nice if he was a level 3 pilot, but that is going to take a bit of doing. Again, you've seen me do this before, so I'm just moving the moving the prograde node to point at the target node, because that means that our orbits are destined to meet. Right, now given that I'm 4 kilometers away, I'm gonna give myself some speed going towards it, and then pretty much immediately point retrograde, but so that I'll be ready when the time comes to kill my velocity, because otherwise I'll either zip past it or ram into it, and neither of those things are things that I want to happen. But I should be fairly accurately heading towards it, as opposed to in doing another flyby. So I'm time warping a little bit instead of increasing the speed. So I'm now untime warping. Now I can actually see the Puffin. And we'll just slow down a bit more. When that starts to get twitchy, it's a bit pointless to try and do that kind of thing. Target tracking, and that's going to be on the other side. Little closer. I mean, you don't really need to be that close. I'm not docking with this. Not that I can. But to be perfectly honest, even if I could, I wouldn't at this point. I just want to be close enough that one of the scientists can EVA and grab some data. I think that is about as good as I'm going to get, and I could get closer, but I don't have RCS on either of these craft. So let us swap to the Puffin. I'm going to right-click and see how much science we've got in there. I've only got a little bit of science. I transmitted like 300 odd not too long ago, so that's all good. Right, so Kenmy, why not? You might as well be Kenmy. And he's going to hit space to let go. Turn on his RCS. And let's change our direction to over here. So I can see what's going on. So zoom in a minute. I want to get to trippy. Right, I want to get in there is what I want to do. One of the things I would be quite drifting away. It would be convenient if I was actually kind of more or less oriented the same as the craft, but that's not as easy as it might be. Okay, so in we go. You kind of really do need to mash your face up again. Oh, was that actually? There we go. Collect data, remove the data, and then restore us. And I think. Right, so that's that done. So hurrah. I think there are also a couple of. Oh, actually, no. The other ones don't matter. There's like a gravity one done, but you don't need to. You don't need a scientist to reset that, so that's okay. So grab. I'll take the data from that anyway. So it's probably the other gravity one that's got the data. So what I can now do is I can store the experiments. And that means that the nothing. Okay, I don't know why I thought there might be an EVA thing to do. Yeah, so that's sorted out. So now I can let go, turn on his RCS, and head back home. Thanks so much for that, Kenmy. Almost makes up for the fact that I just completely forgot to take assignments along with me. Let's not smash into anything today. Alright. Bored. That was rather fun. So I'm getting like 2 2/3 science a day from that. Yeah, it's alright, we'll do. So, swap back to the snake. I can just clear the target there. I don't need that anymore. Let's point ourselves retrograde for no good reason. Really, I'm pointing myself retrograde at this point just to see what direction that is, and am I going to like shoot jets of rocket at the Puffin. So here's where I want to be. Oh, that's aggravating. That is aggravating as heck. I think I want a rover. I should also probably just gone straight to that asteroid one. Okay, we've got a bit of a delay as the game. When I go into contracts, very often the game just kind of has to have a think. Begin to think, ooh, a couple of flashes there. Surface sample of the moon, fly by Duna. Right, visual surveys. Take a surface sample, TK7W, which is that one, that's surface sample. Crew report in space flight below 89000 at K0CN, which is that one. Take a crew report in space. Oh, that's right, I remember now. No, I remember. Yeah, okay. Because the other thing is also a space, that one there, THF, is also a crew report above some number, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, above 9,100 meters. So once I get, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself into a sensible orbit. Where are we? Right. Let's do this at the good old periapsis. I've got a new thing. Oh, I've changed things on the engineer. It'll actually tell me the post-burn apoapsis and the post-burn periapsis, which is a good thing. So I want that to be. I'm going to go with 10K for the moment. Adjust. That'll do. That's enough. But I'm also, actually, I think I'll wait until I get closer. Yeah, in fact, I'll wait until I get to there and get that crew report. So basically, I'm going to get to about there. I'm going to change my inclination. So I grab that crew report. Then I'm going to change my inclination again, see if I can get those 2 crew reports, get those in one go, and then do a final orbit and land, and do all the landing stuff. That is my plan. My planny plan. Now, of course, the biggest problem in that is that it involves landing, which not really been a strong point, is it? Oh well, let's make sure that I'm not. There really do need to be keyboard shortcuts for changing your SAS target. Yeah, it's not going to crash into the Puffin when we do this, so that's alright. It should be actually fairly spectacular, because the Puffin should just like whoosh. And I'm actually beginning to think it would have taken a bit. It would have taken a lot longer. In theory, what I could have done: grab that science what I'd done here, take it to the Puffin, munged it make it into data, and then given it back, and then sent that back. But yeah, I can't be bothered. Alrighty then. Right, actually, I'm gonna. How long is it? 3-second burn. I kind of want to see. I want to see what it looks like, but I don't really have the. I'm really going to need to look at this from map view rather than. Sorry, just take a screenshot. I'm going to want to take that from map view rather than do that. But I really want to see that happen. But I'm not confident in. Oh, what the heck! It'll look sweet. Doing it anyway. Actually, the Puffin's drifting away anyway. And it's going to be in the dark. So it might not matter at all. Nah, it's obviously not. I don't think, nah. Let's not worry about it. Had we been quite close together, it might have looked a bit spectacular, but... Right, I no longer feel bad about not bringing a scientist along. What are you wanting? Gravity scan? Yeah, I'll do a gravity scan. Because gravity scans, I can take data off even though I'm not a scientist. Even though Bill's not a scientist. Oh, Bill? Jebediah, what am I saying? Why is Jebediah not showing up down there? It's a bit weird. Maybe he's shy. Maybe he's turned off his camera. Doesn't want people staring at his face all the time. It's understandable, to be perfectly honest. Okay, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I overcooked that. My parampsis is 7k, which I do not want. I want it to be slightly higher than that. So I'm going to bring that up to 10. Slightly over, that's fine. So about 90 degrees, which is actually close enough to being the new periampsis. So it's going to be the first inclination change. And I will also circularize ish as well. Whoop, that was a bit too much. So this way I can be certain that I'm going to get the right thing there. I want to be over how much? Over 9, okay, that'll be fine. But I have to adjust the... A lot of fiddling when you're doing this. Yeah, that'll do. That should get me. Should get me there. Maybe I need a routine, KOS routine. That will. You pick a point, and you pick a. You pick a point, you know, and I've got that thing. And it'll work out all the maneuvers for you. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, and yeah. How much delta I got left on this thing? Quite a bit. Not the lander itself. That's all good. So I'm going to call that a day. I'm going to say thanks so much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe if you've been enjoying these videos. Find Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenough.com, and you can find us also at Twitter and Facebook. And until next time, reach for the stars.